because we're navy blue, whatever. We are live. Find some people. Just keep that separate. Trying to be organized. It always just takes a minute for them to hop on.
No one likes us. Oh, 16 people like us.
There they go. All right. Can you just bring up are the comments on there? Can somebody just tell us whether or not you can hear us? Because as usual, we've added something else into this and it's making it a little bit confusing. So we're just messing around with our mics. So if you can hear us, just say, I can hear you. And then we won't bother talking too much until then. Drives me crazy. Yes. Awesome. Okay, good. Thank you. Actually, I am going to move this because it is a little distracting. I'll just pull it in the way. All right. Good. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in and telling us that you can hear us. So we're always like down to the last second and I'm flipping the camera around and, Savannah bought a new MacBook Air and she brought it in to make it a little easier. So instead of having to run across the room and
almost die slipping.
So hi, everybody. I'm Kelly and this is Savannah from Kellie's Bead Boutique. And hello, Hannah. Thank you for joining us for the first time. We get into all kinds of silliness here and usually do something that messes things up. And, somebody usually says something they shouldn't. And
try not to cry.
Yeah. We like to have a little bit of fun here. So anyway, there's been a lot going on in my household and in the business, and we've had nothing but snow all week. So the girls couldn't get in on is that crooked?
Yesterday.
Yeah, they didn't get in yesterday, so we're a little crooked. I just don't want to lose. We're good. All right. Yeah, just leave it.
Just tilt your heads, guys.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. So yeah, there's been like snow and people not being able to get to work and, just all kinds of challenges. So if you placed an order and it's running a little behind, it could be because worldwide, it seems like the weather's gone nuts. And here we've had some challenges, but I think we're getting everything out today. So there'll be one person that won't get hers yet because I'm waiting for the product to come in, which I have to get down to the US in the snowstorm to go get it. It's always a challenge. So anyway, somebody's watching from Italy. Hi, Susan. Hey, Gail. Did you get your, what did we send Gail? What did she win last week?
The bracelet?
Yeah. Did you get yours yet, Gail? And we've got somebody from Missouri. And how is hubby? Okay. Well, I'll start off with that. It's not so positive. We thought he was doing great. And yesterday we had a follow-up at the hospital with the surgeon. And so he had to go for an x-ray and he's laying on the table or on the bed.
Like a table.
It's about as comfortable. Good, Gail. I'm glad you got it. So the doctor comes back and says, so you've been bending your knee, huh? And Rob's like, no, not at all. Cause he's got a big skookum brace on it that won't allow him to bend it. And he's been really good. So I guess in the x-ray, it shows that the kneecap has moved back up again. So like if your kneecap's supposed to, like if this is the ball, like the kneecap's supposed to sit like this, right? And his is up like that. And it was quite evident in the mess of the x-ray that we could see. It was kind of like, when you're looking at this stuff, it's like, oh, I don't know how they do this. So he has to have, it's not an emergency CT scan, but he's having an urgent CT scan tomorrow night and most likely surgery again. So he was pretty upset. The doctor gave us his card and it said on there that he is a foot and ankle specialist. And Rob's like, but it was my knee. So the specialist actually said that he was going to get somebody else to do the second surgery if we have to do that, because I guess it's not exactly his forte, which maybe they should have thought of beforehand.
How frustrating.
Anyway, so I feel like I'm getting cut off there, but it could just be me.
Lower your seat.
Yeah. No, then I'm on the floor. So that is very disappointing. He's a little bit bummed out. But that's life right now. I also have another medical challenge that I won't talk about because it's, kind of girly stuff that sort of transpired over the last Well, it's been there for about the last 2 years, but it decided to make itself really presently known yesterday. Uh, there's an award for this, right? I get an award somewhere?
No.
No? I need something. Because, oh man. Yeah, there's a lot right now. Anyway, so that's the update on Rob. We also have an update on the missing package. Woohoo! So I had a lovely customer reach out to me, and she was going to help me track it down. And so we had a few back and forth, and I was just so grateful that somebody was trying to help me. And she had had a package go missing, so she knew all the things to do. So I decided that I just had to go down to the US and pick up whatever was there. And when I got there, my other package was sitting there. So I have them all. They're all piled up in the corner there.
It was like show and tell Christmas.
Yeah. we had really busted it last week. And so I just said to the girls, okay, let's just not work for a bit. And we'll for about 2 hours.
I kind of forced you.
Yeah.
We did our work. We want the fun stuff.
So it is kind of, because I forget what I buy, because I just buy it and shove it in a box and then it comes home. So, right, Gail, I think that's what's happening. There's all the stress that's been going on. And I mean, there's stuff that, there's more stuff. But, you know, I'm trying not to catastrophize and like pile it all up. But some days it's not easy. And everybody always says to me, oh my gosh, you know, you just seem so positive all the time. But you don't see me behind the scenes where I'm in a curled up ball sobbing and just super frustrated. I'm not sleeping hardly at all because I am very stressed out, right? But you know, that's life. Anyway, so on a super thankful and super positive note, and I know that you're on here because I just saw you, Susan Lede. How do you say your last name? Am I saying it correctly? Lede? I hope that I'm saying it right. So Susan, on the last live last week, had dropped a note saying that she had sent me, Rob and I, something. And it had been shipped to our mailing address that we have for the store. So I had to go pick it up. And Lady. Oh, okay. Susan Lady. There we go. Thank you. And so after I picked up the parcels in the United States, I stopped at our mailbox and I was like, what in the world could be in this gigantic box? I had no idea.
It was fun.
And delicious.
Yeah.
So Susan sent us the most generous and fabulous gift ever. I mean, Rob's looking like, well, who is this person? I said, she's one of my customers and she watches us and she's lovely. And he's like, but why did she send this? I said, because she wants to make us happy.
You haven't told them what she sent yet.
I know. She sent, I had a picture of it, but it wouldn't let me upload it to StreamYard. It was the most beautiful big box of, I think they're called Cheryl's cookies. Yeah, Cheryl's cookies. And I think there was like 110 cookies in this box. And they were the most delicious cookies ever. And we've all been just like nom, 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 and on them.
I'm going to take some home.
Are you? We had to put them in the freezer because we just can't eat them that fast. So Susan, that was so extremely lovely of you and very generous and very delicious. And I'm just so grateful to have such fabulous people in my life. And you really did put a smile on our face. I gave some to the kids, like Savannah took some home and I took some over to my daughters and the girls took some home here, you know, like Lori and Tessa took some home. And then I think we still have 5 bags full of them. So thanks again. That was very kind of you. And we are just so grateful. So that's, you know, it's nice to have something really sweet and positive happen when there just seems to be so much other poopy stuff going on. So anyway, so today we're going to do a gift giveaway. Now, the person that won last week, other than Gail, she did not send me her information. So unfortunately she doesn't get her gift because I cannot track people down. So we're going to give away the same pair of earrings that I was giving away.
Let me continue.
Oh yes. Start collecting comments right away. Yes. So, and maybe you can pop that up on the screen.
Yeah.
So you're just going to type in the word free gift. And we are going to let that run for a few minutes and you guys can join in and you'll get a chance to win these really, wow. I was sort of like, should I keep them now that the other person didn't get them? Because I love them, but they're beautiful earrings. So I will send those off to whoever wins. Make sure if your number or your name is drawn that you that you get in touch with me. Just pop me off an email at Kelly at Kellie's Bead Boutique. Make sure you're spelling Kelly with an IE.
It's free gift, one word.
Yeah, just one word. It has
Yeah.
to be together, everybody. So if you send it as 2 words, resend it just so that you do get put in there. So you don't have to put hashtags or anything, just all one word. So I really like this feature. It's fun. I really enjoy giving away things, and we always have a lot of stuff to give away.
I like giving away your products. Makes me feel good.
Awesome. I'm glad you do. So I was really hoping that by today I would have a lot more entered into the computer to show you from Tucson. But like somebody mentioned last week, it's just going to be one of those gradual things that you all get to see at over time, because between like Tessa takes all my pictures. I tried to take some pictures, and I think if she looked at them, she'd laugh because they just, I don't know what she does. She sprinkles some kind of magic fairy dust on there.
It's amazing. And it's fast. She's fast. She's
so fast. She'll do like, I've got a bucket over there that I priced yesterday, and she will have those all done in 20 minutes. And I'm like, what?
And every single one is perfect.
And she takes one picture. I take 82 and none of them look good.
That's how I take selfies too. 82 of them, and one of them might make a cut.
So it's just crazy because I don't understand. And make sure you're just putting free gift as one word, not 2 words. So, and if you do win something, just drop me a note at Kelly at Kellie's Bead Boutique, only if you win. We'll draw that in a minute. So
we know your name.
All right. Oh, you're checking every day, Susan? Oh, that's sweet. So I do actually, under the what's new, I'm creating a tab that says Tucson Treasures. So you'll be able to see what I am adding over time. And then every Wednesday I will show some things and feature them and make something with it. So I will get them out there eventually. It's just, the world is conspiring against me these days.
Yeah. We are working on an email coming out too.
Yes. So, and to all the local people, thank you very much for coming out and supporting us at the Rock and Gem show on the weekend. We had a ton of snow. And so the girls got there really late on Sunday because the snow was just bonkers on Saturday night. But people still made it out, and so many people stopped by. I wasn't there. I popped in at the end of each day, but I had other things I had to do on both days. So thank you to everybody that dropped by and just to say hi. Yeah, you had some fun, right?
Yeah, I could only go the first day.
Yeah,
where I live, we got over 2 feet of snow.
It was crazy, and she lives at the top of a hill.
At the top of a hill that's quite steep. So
get out of the toboggan.
Mountainside.
Yeah, so it's it was a little bit crazy around here. We're just not used to snow, really. Like we get snow, but
we get like 3 dumps a year,
but we don't get like a little tiny bit. It's like we get so much that nobody can do anything, and everybody here goes cuckoo. So
it's slippery. Our snow.
Yeah. All right. So I
draw?
think we should draw. Can you put that up on the thing first? How do we do that? We gotta
1 second.
figure that out. Oh, you have to screen share, right? So, yeah. I'd like to record this. Oh, deny.
Share.
We're figuring out how to do this. Okay, is that up there yet?
There we go. Okay.
All right, so we got 73 people.
And we're drawing.
It's always fun to see who's going to win. Leslie Fisher's the winner today. So Leslie, you have won a pair of really lovely earrings that I made on a live. And so if you drop me your information, just if you can put your mailing address in an email, just at Kelly at Kellie's Bead Boutique. Make sure you spell Kelly with an IE. And so congratulations, Leslie. It's always fun to give people some goodies. So there we go.
So which tab do you want me to go to?
Okay, so I guess we'll go to, you know what? I didn't want to put all this stuff out here yet. I wanted to show the products. Oh my goodness gracious. All right,
we're going to go to our faces. So just be aware of your face.
Could you grab me one of those little cups over there, please? And then I will put this stuff in it and it will be rolling all over the place. So do you guys like when I do giveaways? It's fun, huh? I guess everybody likes to win something. I know I do.
I never win anything.
I won a men's shaving kit once.
Did you use it?
No, I went with my grandmother to bingo in Lake Couch, and it's a little teeny tiny town that they lived in over on Vancouver Island, like population then of about 500 or something. That's where my mom grew up, and I went to play bingo with her at the I don't know, the Elks Hall or something like that. And I won a men's shaving kit and I was probably about 15. And I remember thinking, Lord, what am I going to do with this? So
Should have treasured it. It's the only thing you're ever going to win.
I know. I don't know if I've won anything else. Well, no, I lied. On our wedding night, we went, Rob and I had the most hilarious wedding. I hope you guys don't mind that we talk a lot. And then this sort of what Wednesdays are, but Rob and I were in Reno for just a getaway. We just wanted to get away for a few days. And we were visiting my girlfriend and her husband, and we were eating dinner. And we are like, well, what are we going to do tonight? We had no idea what to do. And we were engaged, but, you know, we hadn't even talked about getting married. And I said, why don't we get married? And he's like, really? You want to get married tonight? And I said, sure. So at 11:30 at night, we went to the city hall, the records department or whatever it is. And we got married at, I don't know, 11:45 or something like that. We looked for the tackiest joint that we could find, like the tackiest place. So it had red flocked wallpaper and it was just so bad. And some little old lady married us and she was like, do you want this package? And she was like naming all these things. We're like, no. And we had jeans and t-shirts on. Rob had shorts on. He had his dress shorts.
Fancy.
I had jeans and a white t-shirt on. And then so we literally got married for about $86 or something silly like that. And then she had us sign the papers. Then she gave us our wedding certificate and 2 Tootsie Pops. Seriously, we had them in the car for years. And then we went over to there's a big old, I mean, that was 20 years ago. So who knows? I don't know. I want to say the El Dorado or something, this big, you know, tacky hotel in Reno. And the 4 of us were gambling and I won like, I don't know, $190 or something like that. I don't know. And had a free beer. And then we went back to my girlfriend's house and I got a raging bleeding nose because of the altitude. And her son got an earache and she had to take him to emergency. And her dog jumped on top of my head and peed on it and ate my earplug. That was my wedding day.
But you guys not actually winning anything.
Well, I won. Yeah, I won $190.
No, like we're gambling. You were trying.
I put $20 in. That's all it cost me, I think, because I'm too cheap.
I mean, like prizes.
Oh no, I've never won a prize. I don't think.
My dad's Christmas company, every year they would do draws and they would give out like great gifts. Like there was probably like 30 gifts that they would do in the draw. I never won for 12 years and now he sold his company. They don't do it. And my mom like even asked one of the other owner, like, can you just call Savannah? Because the same people won every year. It was rigged. I swear they didn't put my name in it just to spite me.
Probably.
Rude.
All right. Well, so there's the silliness of my life. It's always something. Rob and I always laugh saying, I wonder if we're actually really married.
Could you imagine if you're not?
Well,
I mean, you're common law regardless.
Yeah,
but could you imagine if you actually weren't married and it was a scam and like you just got a Tootsie Roll and you paid $86 for it?
Well, knowing me, yeah, yes, Susan, the dog, Daisy, the wiener dog or the dachshund, just a little tiny, you know, dachshund sort of thing. Yeah, she jumped on my. I always sleep with earplugs, and she jumped up on my pillow, peed on my head, and ate my earplugs. And she just lost Daisy, I think, in the last year. My friend Marika. And we still laughed about it.
Was she a puppy when she did that?
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
like you were married
for a long time, but yeah, Daisy was like 18 or 19 years old or something like that. Like was quite old when she died. So yeah, Rob and I have tons of stories, like tons of crazy stories, you know, and we have lots of fun. Even yesterday with me trying to get his shoes on, we laughed so hard trying to get his shoes on before we went to the hospital that we darn near wet ourselves. So, you know, you have to laugh at things in life. So
Catherine's reception was at McDonald's.
Hey, you beat me. That's better. Ran out of money.
We were too far away from McDonald's for our wedding, but we would have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Savannah.
Back in my wedding dress.
Savannah and my son had the best wedding. It's still literally one of my favorites. So, all right. Hi, Lois. Okay. So like I said, I don't have a lot of stuff to show you. And some of you may have seen this line already, but I'm going to show you what I am carrying. And then I'm going to be bringing in a little bit more. And then I'll do just a little quick tutorial, just to show you how I did something. Does that make sense? I don't know. I can't speak English. So anyway, I am going to be showing you the new, can you bring their thing back up or I guess it's called the It's the Tiara Cast Keep the Faith line, I think it's called. It's probably,
There you go.
yeah, Keep
Yeah.
the Faith.
Is anyone else's screen frozen?
Maybe it's just Kathy's.
Mhm.
Hopefully that's all it is. Could be our internet. My husband's on a thing too. Your screen's okay. Okay, good. All right. So if you want to turn me down to my hands. Oh, I got to fix this first. Let's get that. And that.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
There you
geez.
go.
Okay, good. All right.
Kind of.
Good. Everybody's okay. All right. So TierraCast has a new Keep the Faith line. And at first, I was like, oh, I don't know, because Canadians tend to be a little less religious than Americans. But I've got to keep everybody happy. But it was explained to us that it wasn't just about, religion with the capital R. It's about, we all have a spiritual side to us and that sort of thing. So I was like, okay. So, and it really is spectacular. It is so beautiful. So I'll just show you what I have in stock. And I don't know why I didn't order the whole line while I was there, because then I would have actually got it all. Because now I went in to order the rest of it, and a lot of it's sold out already. So the one thing that's nice when we go to Tucson and meet up with TierraCast is they have are part of this Mojo show. And we get to create with some of the new products. So we all got to play around, and I had my girlfriends with me too. And so we were, busy creating things. Now, there's I probably have like 2 or 3 favorites in this line, but this is one of them. This is the Cathedral Link. And I do have these in stock right now. So the code is 94-3245. And I love these because you can do so many different things with it. I mean, it has the 5 links on the bottom, but you don't have to use all of those. You can just use the top and the bottom. You could turn it upside down and do something different. You can do anything with links like that. So one of the things that my girlfriend did, Carrie, she's very creative, and we only made one, or I only made one. She made a whole set, but she took, I'll put them in my hand maybe to see. So she took these ethnic darts, I think they're called, or the longer ones. I don't know what these ones are actually called. And they have these really lovely little crystal spacers, and she mixed the colors. Yeah, it's hard to do.
There you go. That's
there. And it just looks so good. So she put them on, she was wearing some herself, and they look so nice. Now I was going to bring these in so that you guys could make them, but to make these earrings would be extraordinarily expensive. Those little crystals there were like $6 a piece or something. So I went, oh no, I'm not going to buy those. But just as an idea, you can do like a link and then dangle something off the bottom. I was going to try and create something today where I did leather, like little links of leather hanging off of there with little 6mm large hole pearls or something like that. So, you're only limited by your imagination with these.
I really love how people are mixing metals right now too.
Yeah, it's really in style. Like, I think that looks really cool with the bright silver and then the antique gold.
You want to just lay it on the mat? Donna's asking.
Okay, let me just, I just wish I could zoom in on with my camera. So there you go. I can't zoom in. Like, it's kind of a drag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we need? Like a little maybe that
like tray.
Maybe even that tray there that I can hold up so that it's flat.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. My Vanna.
Or even your little table. That would look cute.
That would look cute. That would be better.
Yeah.
Because that's ugly. All right. You like the dove charms too? Yeah, they're nice. I wonder if this is gonna be too much. Well, let's see no, that's too close.
No, it's not. Just try it.
All right, we're gonna try it and see. No.
Oh.
No, it's way too.
What do you guys think of that?
No. So you know what? We have those smaller ones back there.
Do you want me to grab that?
Yeah, I'll grab this one. Sorry, we're just trying things out because
learning curve.
Get rid of the dust. We'll see how that works. If you
That's better.
If you want to see dust, you got to come to my house right now. With it being under renovation, it's insanity. It probably doesn't show so well with that texture there, but anyway,
you get the gist.
You get the gist. Yeah.
That actually works really well, Kelly.
Yeah, you like that?
People can see better.
Yeah. So there you go. That's just a little idea that you can do, but I really love the antique copper. That is so pretty. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to order those, they're 94-3245. And then there's the 3 different colors, and they run from $250 to $295. Gold always being a little bit more. So I will give you those, Vanna.
Okay. We should paint this tray. And you can use it.
All right. So that's the next one. I need the little, just so I know what I'm doing here. Okay, so the next one that we have, oh, everything's crooked and we're a mess today, or I'm a mess. Do you like it on that background? Okay, well, I'll just take this and use this background then. To heck with it. There we go. Try to get it centered. Okay, so I am a sucker for a really good clasp, like a really nice toggle. So they have these gorgeous cathedral toggles, and I'm going to design a necklace, a front toggle necklace, which I don't know if I've ever done on my channel before for my YouTube channel.
Did you say a front toggle?
Yeah, so you actually have the toggle in the front, and I used to do that a lot in my jewelry business, and I haven't made one in a very long time. So that is the new cathedral toggle, and is that not the most beautiful thing? If you wanted to, you could just use this as a link too, and then use the bar for something else. Like if you were making something with leather and you needed like some kind of a little bar or whatever, it would be great. But yes, I do have my own Vanna. It's been so nice having Savannah help me with these, because it's a lot when you're trying to do everything by yourself. So, oh, you just got those in the mail today? Awesome. Yeah, I love front toggles. There's a little bit of a trick to making them look good, so that's what I'm going to try and do on something. So that is the cathedral toggle, and the code on that, if you're looking for that on our website, is 94-6261. And they're a little bit more expensive because there's so much detail. Like even the bar has a beautiful, I'll put that way. It's got that doesn't work. It's got a beautiful detail in the bar of the toggle too. So loving those. All right. Now this is probably one of my more favorite ones. And I don't know if that's going to show because it's going to tip, but anyway, this is the new button. Yeah, see how
it shows.
Does it show?
It does show, yeah.
So this is the Sacred Heart button, which I love. So I guess you could see that. Yeah.
Gold is
so, and I did mean to buy the Sacred Heart. They have had a Sacred Heart drop for a long time, and I had meant to buy it and I didn't get it, but I will get them next time. So I am going to do a tutorial with these today. So you get to see how I use these buttons in a different way. I'm not going to use it as a button. So, oh, you would, Gail? Okay, that's good. I will have to get into a designing mode, I suppose. But these are so pretty. I really love a nice button, and I think that these are just spectacular. So that is the Sacred Heart button, and the code is 94-6609 if you're looking for those. Okay. Yeah. Does that show up very well? Okay, so this is the Crescent, Moon, and Star.
Those are my favorite.
You like this one?
Yeah.
What I love about them is that they are double-sided. Mm-hmm. So you get the crescent, moon, and the star on one side, and then some stars and I don't know, whatever they are on the other side. The nice little pattern on there. And this code is 94-2583. They just come in the two colors. I'm not sure why they didn't do it in the other colors, but this one is really nice. And if you didn't see my video on Monday, I actually used it in this bracelet that I did on Monday. I just used the little gold one on there, and everybody's really loving this. We only had very limited supply on it, and they're getting close to being sold out. So if you're looking for this bracelet, it's on YouTube with the instructions on it. And also it's called the Sunny, and it's spelled Sunnie after one of my customers, Sunny, who has been buying for us for years now. And so there's just very limited ones left, but I just think that one is so out of my comfort zone. But you really
I love it. Right?
Yeah.
I really like bright. Like I love anything bright.
Yeah.
My nickname used to be Rainbow Bright because it drove my mom nuts. Because I would wear every color possible, and the brightest colors were the best. So I like this because it's bright.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it really was out of my comfort zone, but I think it turned out kind of cute. So, yeah.
What are these flower beads called?
Those ones are bellflowers. I can't get any more of those. So I wish in that particular color. So I may make this again with a color that's similar if I can find it. But yeah, it was just kind of it took me quite a while to come up with this design because I kept changing this top part all the time. And then at the very last minute, I put the addition of the yellow bead in there. And I kind of think that's what made it, just kind of made it pop a little bit. So yeah, so that was my video on Monday. And if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it and make sure to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't.
Are you guys enjoying having the products up higher and closer on this little table here?
Yes, please let us
So
know.
we know.
Yeah, if you can see them better, you know, because I know it's hard when I'm holding them in my hand. You can't really.
That's good there. Like
Is that good?
See it, yeah.
Yeah. See, I can't see anything because I have to wear readers to be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. That looks good. So, oh, you guys do like it? Okay, good.
You could even find a piece of fabric to drape over it.
Yeah, yeah, because that's a little distracting
distract,
in the middle. But yeah, it does bring it up closer. Because one thing when you use StreamYard is you can't adjust the camera to zoom in. So, oh, great. Susan, I'm with you. My old eyes don't see anything anymore. Was it you? Somebody asked me yesterday, what would I rather have? Or bionic? Maybe it was Rob. Would I rather have bionic eyes or a bionic knee? Because my knees are shot. And I'm like, eyes. I miss having my old eyes, being able to see everything so clearly.
My husband and I went to a restaurant.
Yes, Jenny, we'll get a different kind of, thing. Because like right now, I guess we could put it on, but that's just not the right color. Yeah. That's way too bright. So we will replace it. Because I guess if you put them like over
you do see it better.
Yeah, you do see it a little better. But yeah, we'll work on that.
Find something.
Now that we've got an idea, because we're always trying every week, we're figuring things out, and we're learning from what we did or messed up the week before.
You didn't give the code on this.
Oh, the code on these little guys here. And I love these little links because you could use them in so many ways. Like my idea was to take a bunch of them and put them in a row. I'll do them with the 3 colors. So I was going to take them, and maybe I'll have to do that, and just link a bead in between and make it kind of like a beaded chain in a sense. So that's what I was going to do with it, right? And then maybe you could take a toggle, put the toggle down there. I don't know. Let's see what I can create with it. You never know. So the code on those are 94-3243. And they're fairly affordable. They're about $1.50, I think, something like that. What do we have next, Vanna?
We just have
the things that I don't have. Okay, so I don't have these yet. I think I've got some on order. So the first one, I'll put it off to the side so you can see a little bit better. So they've had their infinity links for quite a long time, but they were the larger ones. So these are the little tiny ones, and they're just you can see compared to my finger how big they are. So they'd be really great on a small little necklace right now because that kind of stuff is super popular. So I don't have them in, but I will get them in. So watch in the future for those little infinity links because they're kind of cute. So what about solid color cake stand? Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for something. This just happened to be behind us. So the next one now, do you guys want me to bring this in? This is their, it's a crucifix, right? Yeah, it's a crucifix pendant. We don't sell a lot of religious things in the store here. I mean, I do have stuff, but it doesn't sell very well. But if you want me to bring this in, I definitely can. And they also have a St. Christopher's charm and a peace dove pendant. So if you want this kind of stuff, just let me know and I will bring them in. It's just that these are a little bit on the expensive side because they're pretty big. Like you can see, there's my finger. They're big. So I don't know if that's something that I will carry. If I get enough people ask me to, I might do that. So yeah, I could use a piece of scrapbook paper. I've got a bunch of stuff around.
Like the idea of dark navy blue or black because it will make the colors pop.
Yeah, black can sometimes look really dirty, but I'll try and find just the right thing. So now that we know that if we put it up like this, it does make a difference. Okay, and then we have this chai charm. Do you want to click on it? And they had a really interesting description. So I thought it looked like a Hebrew charm at first, but what does it say here? Do you want to read that out?
No.
Oh, it's a chai. It's a chai. I can't say it with my dry mouth, but yeah, chai is the Jewish word and symbol for life. It's also a chai is also when people when you turn 13, because I had a chai when I would turn 13. My mom got me one for my birthday.
Are you Jewish?
Through osmosis, I am.
Okay.
Yes. um, most of my girlfriends, a lot of my girlfriends are Jewish, and I have a thimbleful of Jewish blood in me. When I did my DNA, I found out that I got a little tiny bit of Jewish, because we've always laughed.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because Shauna and my girlfriend, Shauna, my closest friend of over, almost over 50 years now, is Jewish, and her family was one of the few Jewish families in Vancouver, and they lived in Coquitlam, which was really unusual because most of the Jewish people lived in Vancouver because that's where the synagogues were. And so I learned a lot about Judaism over the years, and I know a lot more about Judaism than some of our other friends that are Jewish. So I know about all the, cultural things and the holidays, like Purim's coming up, I believe, this weekend. There's all sorts of things that I know about. I've always found religion, even though I'm not a real, practicing kind of person, I find religion very interesting. So yeah, so that if anybody wanted me to bring these in, I could definitely bring that in. Oh, you are too, Kathy? Oh, there you go. All right. And now I did order some of these. I was a little late. I don't even know why I did not order that. That is called their Sacred Heart. Is it the Charm? Yeah. And I think that's probably one of my most favorite pieces. And I didn't even order any. So they're coming on the next order. But I absolutely love those. Tessa went bonkers. You did too. You like that, right?
No, that one wasn't my favorite. I do like it though, but Tessa
loved that
might buy all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of, spoke to her. So there you go. So that is the new line. So I'm just going to show you what I made or what I'm going to make with it. Okay. So we'll get rid of our little chair there. And I'm going to scoosh in front of here.
Yeah.
So I have to have a short slurp of my water. So you guys like that line? It's pretty. It's different, right?
Mm-hmm. I really like it.
Yeah. So there was a few other things that I didn't buy.
I like this one too.
The pea stuff. The Halo Celtic Cross Drop. Oh. And I didn't get the Raina earring post. I might get those.
I think those could be really cool. I think you can make some nice things.
Because they're like.
And did you get the dove?
No, I didn't.
Why?
I think it might have been sold out when I went to get it. But I will. Often I get those like later on because I'm not always on the ball. All right, so we're just going to make a little bracelet today, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this as a focal versus an actual button. So now these beads, watch for them in the coming weeks. They are so pretty. So these are 6mm cherry flower Sakura agate, and they are so gorgeous. I've got quite a few strands out in the other room. We've got to process them still, and so they're not on the website, so I don't have a code or anything like that, but they will be coming in the coming weeks. But they are so pretty, and they are like the cherry agate that I carry, but these are a richer. Here's like the bag of them. They're just, the colors are so pretty, so nice. So watch for those will be coming. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you go to my what's new page, it will have a drop down that will have Tucson Treasures. So I will start popping things in there. So, all right. So we're also going to be using a little bit of the 0.8 elasticity. And I don't know, I just cut some like that. I like to have a little more than a little less. And we have one of the Sacred Heart buttons and the little 6mm Sakura agate cherry flower, whatever they're calling them. And then I've got two different kinds of spacers. Now you could, if you only had one kind, you could just totally use one. But this smaller one here with the smaller hole is the 5mm Heishi nugget. And so this won't be a kit. These are all on Wednesdays. It's just mostly to, give you ideas. So you can buy these on the site if you're interested. This one is 93-0435. And then the one that I'm going to use to hide the knot is the 5mm. I don't know what they call it because we don't have the name on it, but that one is 93-0449. So they're very similar, just one has a little bit of a large hole there. So the first thing I'm going to do is
just gonna tap on here.
What are you doing?
Oh, it's just, you're a little bit blurry.
I'm blurry?
It looks a little bit blurry. Maybe it's my eyes.
Yeah, it might be. Or well, it does on your screen. Looks a little blurry, but it hopefully it's not our internet because
it could be because we had it lifted. That's what.
Yeah, it should be okay. I don't know. Good. Okay. Actually, what do I need here? I have to look at my I have to cheat and look at my thing. I think I need more of those. All right. I'm going to pop a few more on here. Okay. So what I do is I put my button in the middle, and then I put a couple of these on either side, and I'll show you why. Oops. You know what I forgot to do? As I always say, I forgot to pre-stretch. Thank you, Curtis. I just noticed that myself. I'm like, oh, I didn't pre-stretch. So now when you pre-stretch, you don't want to go too hard. I am pre-stretching so that it doesn't end up sagging. But the other day I was going a little hard on it and I actually broke it. And then for my video that I did, I don't know why, but I pre-greased up my hands and then I couldn't even tie knots. It was so hilarious. So yes, you always want to pre-stretch it so that it doesn't. Oh, what's going on with my mic? That's freaking me out when it does that kind of stuff.
Okay, but now it's back to normal.
Okay. This is driving us crazy today. Anyway, so it pre-stretches it so that you don't end up with a saggy bracelet. And also it is so much easier to tie. Years ago, when anybody would come into the store and want us to make elastic bracelets, I would refuse to make them because I could never tie them. And then somebody said, well, you need to pre-stretch it. And that made all the difference. So make sure you do it for that couple of reasons. So I put that on in the middle and then I'm going to pop 2 of these on. So this is going to be like watching paint dry. It's not going to be very exciting, but it'll look cute in the end. So I'll try to run through, but I pop these on. And then what it does is they kind of hide behind here and it fills that little area up. So and now, depending on what kind of bead, you can sometimes get away with 3 of them. I've got a sample that I made in Tucson, and I will show you how I did that when I get to that point. But for now, I'm just going to do a little succession of beads and then a spacer. You know, it's just like, this is just basic kind of stuff. It's just to give you guys ideas of how you can use things. So maybe you've got a stash of buttons at home and you don't know what to do with them. And I always love to take things that, you know, you have and turn it into something else. And if only I could see, that would make life so much easier. So you guys have any burning questions while I'm throwing these beads on there? Look at this one. It's nice and dark. So they're all going to be different. That's what I like about this Sakura flower or Sakura agate. You know, every vendor calls things something different. So, but I'm just going to try and get those on there. Maybe Savannah can answer any questions if there's any there.
It's very quiet. I was very nervous for a second, but then we got a message.
Oh.
So are you counting out when to put the beads on, or you're just doing every 3?
I'm just doing 3 and then a spacer and then,
okay.
You know, and I think I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4 sections of 3, and then I'm doing 2 sections of 2, just because, you know, sometimes you put 2 sections of 3 or an extra section of 3 on it and just it's too many. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see, what did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then I'm going to do 2 at the end. And that gives us kind of a decent sized bracelet. I was going to do a kit on these. And then I thought, you know what, this is just, I'm going to just keep it like I said I was going to do. And just make Wednesdays about ideas, because I have enough kits. Like, good Lord, we have so many kits. It is nuts. When you guys order them, the girls are like, oh my God, look at how many kits are on this order. Need a little bit of color up there.
Gail, we also have Italy on here.
Yeah,
she said we have Denmark and Australia, and I'm pretty sure Italy was here.
Yeah, we had Italy, Australia. We get all over the world, which is, it's quite something. We're using this new email system. You may have got an email from us last week with a little discount code on there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you're subscribed to my email, because there'll be more things. So I was actually looking at the statistics after the fact, and it tells me exactly where and when you opened up your email, if you skipped it, if you bought. It's a very cool system. But it was really cool to see that people were opening up in China and all over. Yeah, there was people opening up all over the world, and it's really neat to see that. That's the nice thing about being online, is that you are like, it's a global thing. It's not just
it makes the world very small.
It does. 4, and then one of these. And please ignore my manicure. There's just no time to get out to do anything these days with the whole renovation, which is just so not going well. Goodness, I'm tired of the whole thing. All right, so that should be enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, the reason I've got this one here is I kind of want to hold the knot in a little bit of a, I want to hide it there. So I'm just going to pop that on, and now I'm going to tie a knot. So I just kind of like pull it. I'm not pulling it so tight that it buckles this, because you don't want your bracelet to buckle. And then I'm going to do a surgeon's knot. So go around once like you're going to tie your shoes, and then bring it through a second time, and then just pull tight. And then you're just going to kind of jiggle that and try to work that little knot down there. Sort of, pull it until it locks in there. And now if we want to make sure that it's not going anywhere, you can do that again. And then just kind of, give a firm but gentle pull. Like, I'm not pulling it. I'm just kind of like jiggling it back and forth, which I know I do differently on every video. But this is really the way that I like to make sure it's secure. When I was making the one on Monday, or for my Monday show, I literally was like faking it, because it was just slipping off of everything because I put cream on. So now what I would do, I just don't want to do it right now because it just makes a mess, but I would take my GS Hypo and put a little dab on top of there, let it dry, and then you can get in here and trim it really close. Get rid of those. And then you can just kind of, that's probably too big of a knot, but now you just sort of slide that over, and then it kind of hides that. I think I need to trim that a little bit more closely, but there we go. So there we go. So now you can see that that will just sort of be like a little feature in the middle. So I made one in Tucson with the beads that they had at the Tiara Cast booth. So these are like a nice little large hole rondelle, and I put a spacer behind each one. And then when I put it on, I was like, oh, I really like that, with having that as a focal instead of using it as a button. Kind of cute,
like that purple one.
Yeah, we don't have these beads, but
I just like purple.
Yeah. So just that, a different way of using a button as a focal. So on this one, I did use 3 of the beads, and I just used all the large hole ones. The reason I used 3 is because this bead was flat on the edge and it didn't go inside. So, you just kind of have to play around, but you can kind of see how.
Should we put it on the stool?
All right, we'll go back on the stool. So there we go. There's the one that I made today.
Let's tip it like that. Oh, no,
No.
can't see that.
There we go.
Don't move.
Gotta push that there. Yeah. So now you can see how now this just ends up being like a focal piece. It's not a button. It's not a charm. So it doesn't dangle. It just sits in the middle of your wrist. So just kind of another way of using something. You don't always have to use everything as it's sort of intended. Yeah, like a button doesn't have to be, a button. So, and here's the one that I made in Tucson. I'm using the silver one.
I like that one.
Yeah, that was about all I had for creativity that day was, some days it just doesn't come. All right. And yeah, that's it. And then here's the other one that I made the other day. So
that would be nice for a man as well, with the button.
Yeah, and we've got some different kind of buttons that are a bit more masculine. Although this one, I think, you could probably, depending on the beads you use, I don't think that one would be too feminine for a guy.
Not at all.
No, I think that one would actually be really nice.
Imagine that with like a matte black on it.
Yeah, and maybe some tiger's eye or something in there. So there we go. So you want to switch us back to our beautiful faces, or not so beautiful faces?
Where am I?
I don't know. Is that not working?
No, it died. Oh no, we're good. We're back.
Okay.
Chaos.
It's always what's that dot in the middle? Oh, that's that thing. Like there's a big black dot on my face. Oh my goodness, what happened? So okay. Oh, well, thank you so much. It just says, oh, is that Linda? Linda. Okay, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. So Oh, Lorena, if you watch this back, there's a whole big long explanation as to how my husband's doing. It's not good, but we're finger crossed that it'll be okay tomorrow. So I will let you know next week what happens when we go back to the hospital tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for his CT scan. And let's hope that it's better news than what we got yesterday. So, all right. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you have been able to watch me while you're recovering, Nina. So, oh, you're welcome. I really appreciate that. I get lots of nice notes from people saying how I've helped them through a tough time, whether that's been the loss of a loved one, or, they've retired, or just, life has some circumstances that has not been too pleasant. And it's helped them kind of,
It's always nice reading those notes.
Yeah, we get lots of really nice notes on our orders. And so we always give them hearts and stuff on them, because we just think that's so sweet when you take the time to write us a little love note. Mm-hmm. And I get lots of emails from people. We now have a new feature that when you place an order, it will send you a little, what does it say? Something like, oh, thank you for being awesome, or something like that, for placing an order. And so it says in the bottom, if you want to send some feedback, you can reply. So I get lots of emails now from people saying, thank you so much. And it's just really nice. Oh, thanks, Karen. You're the best cousin ever. Maybe one day we'll actually meet each other. We live on opposite sides of the country, and I have to make my way out that way.
You've never met?
No, because she's the newfound cousin, right? We've only been like actual real cousins now but we're first cousins. We just didn't know each other existed. One of those kind of family secrets. So we didn't
23andMe.
Yeah. It was we used, what is the other one? Ancestry. So I knew that she existed before Ancestry. But she was able to find us, I believe, using Ancestry. I think that was how it was. But my uncle, decided he had a little dalliance before, and he never told anybody about her until his dying days. And so, and we're exactly alike. I don't know if we look so much alike, but our hands look alike. We're both crafty. She owns a yarn store in Ontario. Gray Hair and Yarn. So if you were a knitter or a crocheter, head on over to her. I think
she has gray hair.
No, Gray Hair and Yarns. So, you found a sister too? I said to my mom, gosh, I'm surprised that I don't have some siblings out there. But she said, no, Dad apparently took care of that. So I think there's a few of those things that people have been like, oh, look at that. People just join the family all of a sudden. Yeah, we're very much alike, right, Karen? So, all right. Well, thank you very much for playing along today. And who won? I can't even remember who it was.
It is Leslie.
Leslie. So thank you for Leslie Fisher. So make sure you drop me a note, and we will get your earrings out to you. And you guys go off and make some fabulous jewelry, and keep watching my website for the new Tucson Treasures, and I will load those up. And next week I'll show you a whole pile of them. I'm sure we will get some stuff too. Oh, hey, and Sunny, this bracelet is named after you. This is my Sunny bracelet. Because when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's a real Sunny looking piece. And I thought, oh, I should name it Sunny. And I'm like, oh, and Sunny spells her name differently. So I named this after you. So there you go. I like to do stuff like that. So, all right. So you guys have a great day. And thanks for joining me again today, Savannah. It's always fun to have you around, and it makes my anxiety just a little less. Because, 13 seconds before we go live, I'm basically like, ah!
I just sit here. Yeah, okay.
She's like, whatever. That's what happens when you've got, young people. They don't tend to go crazy. So,
no, that was just years of therapy to teach me. Be calm.
Yeah. Well, when you got Grace around, you got to be calm.
Yeah, she's fun.
Yeah, she's full of it. All right, guys. Thanks so much. And we will see you on YouTube on Monday, and then back here next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. All right. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.